say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the double. Watch 98. 98's the mic. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Check 31, check 31. 22, check Palmer. 22, check Palmer. Yo, baby, I got you. Shoot up.
On first down. Love it. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check 24, check 24.
On second down. Love it. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check, 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 check. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Squeeze, double, double. Shift, watch the shift. Check 52. Right side. Fireball. Check, 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 check. Check 99. Go. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Hey.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run on first down. Love it. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Eagles' 47-yard line.
Go. Hey, I need one over here. I need one. What? He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On second down now. Love it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Go, he's moving, boys, he's moving.
On 3rd down, Evans. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hand up, go. Hey, shift, shift.
They'll try the left side. It's Evans. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Johnson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
We got this for 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well
Point
done.
A, B, and C.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Back to throw. Johnson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No.
They'll try the left side. Evans. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 9.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Giants nothing.
Watch 98 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Anyway. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. Shift.
SOS.
Deuce. Yo, what do you want?
They'll run. It's Dorsett. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Shift. Under 10. Max. Right. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. All day. All day, every day, any day. Check safety, check safety.
On third down. Love it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now they try the right side here. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Philly. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Looking to throw. Milton. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Milton. For the catch made by Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. 9
yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Dorsett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. Now Dorsett. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 49 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On 1st down. It's Evans. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the give, this is Dorsett. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Throwing on 1st down. Milton, he's going to take a shot right away for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Check, 55 to Mike. Let's go. Twitch. Mike, 5-5.
Here's Johnson on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And again this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Looking to throw on second down. Milton dancing to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down. Milton looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
To throw on 3rd down, Milton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 49 yards. On 1st down, Milton. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 6-yard line. Check 4. 2-2. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Watch the twist. Big end, big end, big end. Yo.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Kill. Check three. Hey, watch that. You go tight. 64. Wait.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's a party now. Bang, 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 bang. Jim. Kill. Go. Hey, turn it out. Yeah, Jim. Safety creep.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Hey, Shady Weapon. 55 is my guy, 55.
Johnson now looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Johnson to throw on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Running right, it's Dorsett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Y'all not ready. Watch 98. Watch 98. Yo, it's the mic. Check back, check back.
Looking to throw. Johnson, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Check. Watch 98, 98. Boom, boom. Win championships, baby. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's got daylight. 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down. My game. 22, check. Over. 22, check.
On third down, Milton. And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. He still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Undercrush. Check. Go. Check. Go. Check 31. No.
They're going to try and run. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bring it. Check, 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 check. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. 66.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they hand it off to Dorsett. The 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Love it. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down. Love it. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Carter, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a give, right side. It's Carter. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was first and 10, then second and 4. Now first and 10 again. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll try the left side. It's Carter. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Johnson throwing to start the drive. Throw left side complete. It's Ali. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Carter. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Back to throw. Milton. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Second and 7 at the Giants' 13-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I just wanna be her for